Hey, what's going on? This is Ricardo, the Code 7 Podcast Network, and we are going live early for open mic, and we're about to get started. I've got all of you here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, as well as all of you over here on TikTok, and we're about to get this open mic started. But first, as always, a word from our sponsors.
At InDigital, we know the public safety professionals hold themselves to a high standard. In fact, standard doesn't do it justice. In over 25 years working alongside you, carrying millions of calls over our IP networks, your dedication has inspired us. That's why our ESINet goes beyond industry standards, not only I3 compliant, but designed to adapt to future development for a network you can count on when it matters most. Learn more at indigital.net.
If Within the Trenches has ever taught you something, open your eyes to what it is like to be a 911 dispatcher, or has inspired you to become one, then help support us and join our Patreon. Get exclusive bonus content, one-of-a-kind swag, discounts on merchandise, ad-free early access to new episodes, and much more. To join, please visit patreon.com/WTT podcast. And if you're an industry partner, we have something for you as well. And now, for the show.
This is Jordan, and you're listening to the Code 7 Podcast Network.
Warning. This episode contains the 3 A's of podcasting: adult content, adult language, and awesomeness. You've been warned.
Dispatch.
There is no one over here to cook our lunch. We are waiting for our lunch, and there's no one here to cook our lunch.
All right, calm down. Where are you at?
The group home. Now, what are you going to do?
We'll get some help over there for you, okay?
Welcome to Open Mic, where we visit the lighter side of dispatch, because laughing is good medicine. Hey, what is going on? This is Ricardo with the Code 7 Podcast Network, and we are about to get started here with Open Mic Live. As always, this live broadcast is sponsored by InDigital, a leader in next-gen core services. And a big shout out to patrons of the podcast, as well as Facebook subscribers. As always, I wouldn't be able to do everything that I do if it wasn't for all of you, but especially all of you who are watching, listening, sharing, and supporting. Thank you. And over here on this side, on TikTok, thank you so much for joining me. And we're going to get this shit started. So it is Sunday. That's right. It's Sunday, and it's also about 7:20 Eastern time. I know I posted yesterday that I was going to go live at 9 because yesterday was my son's birthday. My son Logan turned 19. I feel old, but I also have a 23-year-old, so even more old. I've got a 23-year-old, a 19-year-old, an 11-year-old, and a 6-year-old. Believe it or not, I do. And it was a lot of fun yesterday, which actually, I can kind of talk about that a little bit, because one of the things that we talked about maybe 2 open mics ago, we talked about the silliest way that you've ever been injured. And I had to, and so I'll tell the story really quick. So one of the silliest ways that I've ever been injured is by playing laser tag. Believe it or not, laser tag. Yes. This feels so stupid telling this story now. But it was for Logan's birthday. It was a few years ago. And I had recently bought some new jeans. Okay. Recently bought new jeans. And actually, before I get into this story, we check in. So let's check in really quick. 1, roll call. Where are you watching from? Throw in that roll call, please. In the comments, roll call. Where are you watching from? And also, how are you feeling? On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being shitty and 10 being awesome, how are you feeling? Please throw that in the comments. I want to know how you're feeling. It's been a week It has been some crazy shit that I've been working on, and just I'm exhausted. But I'm super happy to be here with all of you, and I would say I'm about an 8, 9, something like that. I'm feeling pretty good. It's been good. Let's see over here from Facebook. We got Amanda joining us from Louisiana. Very nice. Louisiana 911 working a 12 tonight. Oh shit. All right. At a 6. That's good. That's good. Awesome. We'll see if we can get your number even higher after this. Jamie out of Pennsylvania, about a 7.5. It's been a crazy weekend. All right. I'm glad that it's up there though. That's good. Over here on TikTok, how are you feeling? Scale of 1 to 10, 1 being shitty, 10 being awesome, and also roll call. Where are you watching from? Hook it up. Zach, honestly, I've been stuck below a 5 for a while. Okay. So hopefully we can get that number up, bro, and we'll continue on. I hope things will end up getting better. Things will be good for you, as well. So we'll continue this going and everything. So Ryan, Central California, what's going on? About a 9, 10, been a good week. All right, excellent. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for joining me over here as well. And so that's good. I'm glad we've got people that are joining in. You're able to give a number. And we'll see if we can, even though some of the, a lot of the numbers are high, but also, a little bit below 5. Let's see if we can get that number up there. Let's see, Labs over here, Northern Michigan. All right. I'm in Detroit right now. And about an 8. Excellent. Very nice. I dig that. I like it. Well done. So good. All right, we've got some good stuff going on here. So let's continue now with the story. So, as I said, I had recently bought some new pants. It's so stupid to start it like that. Guess what? I recently bought some new pants 3 or 4 years ago when this happened. And what I didn't notice though was that one of the pair of jeans that I had purchased were skinny jeans. And if you've ever worn skinny jeans before, and at least for me, like from the knee up, they fit perfect. But from the knee down, like that's when that shit gets skinny. And I go like this only because that's where the pant leg, it's skinny around that area. So we're all on one team, right? And we're getting ready to do some laser tag, and it's an awesome arena, okay? And we're running around and stuff. Well, we're walking around, okay? They've got a rule. You cannot run. There's no running. No body checking, none of that shit. Which is crazy because when I was a kid, or a teenager rather, and doing laser tag, we could run, we could jump, and just all of it. And it was a lot of fun. But for whatever reason, maybe it's because people just, were beating the shit out of each other and they just couldn't. You're not supposed to be running. So I wasn't listening. And I found out the hard way because there's this, so they've got a tank in the middle, they've got a bus on the other side, and then there's like this big old truck. And it was actually this truck with an open backside was what I was trying to jump into. Okay. When I jumped into that damn thing, I went to try to maneuver to like pull back, and I shit you not, my right knee, it felt like whatever around my knee like twisted and pulled, and I was in pain. So I'm laying there, okay? I'm laying there as I hear everything, like everyone is playing and everything is going crazy, and I'm laying in there just going, I'm like, oh my God, there's so much pain. And I'm just laying there, just why? And I hear everybody out by what I'm inside this truck, and they're like, come on, we're getting killed, we need your help. So I'm trying to toughen up, right? Because I'm in a lot of pain, and I end up finally rolling out of that thing, and I start walking. I'm like hobbling. They're like, "What happened to you?" I'm like, "None of your business. That's what." and made it through, right? So it took a few days for that pain to go away. Okay. All right. Fast forward now, just yesterday, end up going to play laser tag again. And we get in there. Oh, hold on a minute. It looks like I'm losing connection over here on this side on TikTok. I'm on 5G over here. I don't have the other part going, so hopefully it ends up kicking in over here, and it'll start back up again. All right, so we end up going, and I see the same. So hold on. A couple days building up to yesterday, I was having pain in that knee. Yes, I shit you not. I was having pain in that same spot. And I thought, I'm guessing that that my body is remembering what my dumbass did. And now I'm on the same side. I'm on the same side as I was years ago. And we're running around and everything. And did my dumbass get into that truck again? Hell no. I also was not wearing skinny jeans this time. I was wearing regular jeans, but still, I saw that thing and I stood there with my gun for a little bit. I was like, nope, my ass is not going to be getting into that. So the cool thing though was that my brother and I were on one side, and Logan and everyone else, they were on the other side. So we were on one team and we were going against them and a bunch of other kids. And my brother and I played laser tag like a lot when we were growing up, but also like Call of Duty, like first person shooters. So we're walking around and we're just like clipping people as they're trying to hide and get around. And one of the funniest things was like afterwards, well, I mean, we would hear some of the kids that were going around trying to hide and stuff. They're like, oh, I got hit again. Oh, I got hit again. And I'm just sitting there like, because it was me. Like my brother and I we were just like taking people out, and it was the most fun thing ever. And so after a couple rounds, like Logan comes up to us and he says, some of these younger kids are so pissed off right now because they keep getting clipped. And I keep telling them, oh, that's my dad and my uncle who are doing that to you guys because they're awesome. So we're just destroying people as we're going through. It was the most hilarious thing. But here's one more thing, and this is where it gets really nerdy. Okay? This is where it gets dorky. And the reason I say that is because some of you may or may not know this, but I used to be in band. Okay? I was a band geek. I was in band from like 6th grade up to my senior year. My senior year, I wasn't in band anymore. If you're wondering what I played, actually, I want you to guess. I want to see what you think. What instrument do you think I played in band? So I got people over here on TikTok that are joining in. We've got the signal back, so it looks like everything is okay. What do you all think I played in band? It was from 6th grade to 12th grade. I'm curious to know what you think over here, but also all of you here on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. What do you think I played? I'm not giving out a prize or anything. I'm just curious what you think. So I'm waiting to see if anything pops up on either one. And if not, I'm just going to continue on. But it would be funny to see what you think. Celeste, no fair because you know me. But how are you? I haven't talked to you in forever. It is good to see you in here. That is awesome. So, my homie over here, Celeste, she got it. She got it. Yep. Alto sax. The alto sax is what I played. She also knows this because she's kind of a mentor of mine. We did practices together and stuff. So here's what I was going to say. So we did competitions in band, okay? I went back in time to my time in band while playing laser tag to Traverse. And oh wait, it says it's difficult tonight. The connection keeps freezing and only getting a few words at a time. Okay, Labs, hold on just a second. Let me try to bring it back over here. And yeah, it does. It keeps switching off. Let me see if I can switch over here. Okay, so hold on just 1 second. And so this is going to be interesting. Oh, it won't let me. Okay, there we go. All right. So I'm going to try to do this live. Let's see if it allows me to do it. I don't know if it's going to. But we're going to try this out because I want to make sure that I can get this over here as I'm doing this, but also tell you the rest of this story because so I'm going to tell you what I'm doing right now. I am typing in my information here on my phone to be able to get my Wi-Fi to work. So I also want to make sure that there's no dead air or anything going on. So I'm continuing to talk through what it is that I'm doing. And I have to say yes, continue, and to do this, right? Okay, it looks like my Wi-Fi is on over here from my phone. Now we're going to go back over here and I'm going to try and go live again and see if it works better. All right. We're back live over here on TikTok. Awesome. Okay. So I was traversing. And if you don't know what that is, if you've never been in marching band, I mean, there's a way that you march where you're it's like heel to toe and there's no bounce. You're just moving. And then you're moving. Your body is this way, but you're still looking this way as you're walking back and forth. And it was to me, it was the funniest shit because I was dipping back into my band time. But instead of holding an alto sax and marching, I'm holding on to this big ass laser gun that's basically kind of like the rifle for Halo. So I'm walking around, I'm even crouched a little bit and like I'm in marching band, however, just clipping taking people out on laser tag, and it is the most hilarious shit because people are going by, right? They're going by, but also at the same time they are looking at me funny because I'm basically marching. It was, oh man, let's see, hold on. James says, the visual is hilarious. Yes, it is. It was the funniest thing to be able to be playing laser tag, but dipping into my dispatch days, my band days, performance, and marching, but like this. And every person that would run by, I would see their headset or their band around. I'm like, crack, 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 crack. They're like, where did that person come from? I didn't even see him. Why is he walking that way? It was so funny, man. It was hilarious. It was probably the most fun I've had doing laser tag. And it was because I was also like traversing and doing the marching band shit. It was so much fun. I had a lot of fun. If you've ever been in band, do that. try to do that, because that's what I did, and I had a lot of points. I took out a lot of people. So that was one of the things that I did, and it was a lot of fun. Again, I was celebrating my son's birthday. He's 19. Happy birthday, bud. I love you very much. And we had a lot of fun yesterday. So for everybody over here on TikTok that are just jumping in here, I was on 5G for a little while there, and I switched it over to Wi-Fi. So Labs, if you're there, Northern Michigan, switched it over to Wi-Fi. Hopefully it's working better. And I see a lot of likes coming in here. We got 361 likes, 376 likes already. Awesome. Thank you very much. Let's see if we can hit 1,000. That would be awesome. And share this broadcast as well. All of you over here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, please make sure to share the broadcast, throw in some reactions. Love it. Thank you so very much. Now, let's continue on. So episode 486 went out. That was with Deborah, and she was amazing. She has recently retired from dispatch, and that was 30 years, man. 30 years worth of dispatch that she did. So that was excellent. A lot of awesome stories and everything, and it was just a pleasure to have her on. Deborah, if you're watching or if you end up seeing this, thank you for the job that you did in dispatch, your service, all of it. I appreciate it. Everybody appreciates it. It was good. Episode 487 is going to be coming out here pretty soon. That is with Emily, and that is going to be excellent. That is such a good one. And hi from North Carolina. Hello, North Carolina. What is going on? I am currently in Michigan. So also, as I said, I'm in Michigan, and I am actually here in Detroit. So I'm in Detroit, and hold on a minute over here. Yolanda, I did Band Mom for 14 years. My girls loved it. Oh, that's awesome. My mom was a band mom as well, and we actually took a trip to DC when I was a freshman, and we all went by bus, and that was crazy. That was some crazy shit. But it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun doing it. So I'm currently in Detroit because I'm actually going to be flying out super early tomorrow, which again, that's why I went live early today, because I have to crash out early. Yes, I shit you not. I have to crash out early. Oh, hold on a minute. Over here on TikTok, one of my BFFs has been dispatching near Chicago for over 20 years. Oh, the stories. If your BFF would like to be on the podcast, send them my way. Link is in the bio. I would love to have them on the podcast to share some of those stories from 20 years. There's a lot of stories. That would be amazing. Please hook me up. Let's see. James says one time on the band bus in DC. Yeah. So I'm going to be flying out super early. And Freeze says, are you a 911 operator? I was for 13 and a half years. I was a 911 dispatcher. And but I believe once dispatch, always dispatch. I've been in public safety for 20 years now, and I'm still in public safety. But I'm on I guess I would say I'm on the private side. I'm doing my own thing here with the podcast and Within the Trenches media company that I own and started based around the podcast. So I'm going to be probably crashing out pretty early because I have to be up at like 2:30 in the morning to fly out to Texas because I'm going to be there all week for a leadership training that the 360-degree dispatcher puts on, and that is by Joe Serio, good friend of mine. And this is going to be out at the Mayan Ranch. This is Bandera, Texas, where this is going to be. And if you've never had the chance, or if you don't know who Joe Serio is, please make sure to look him up. He's going to be, he's out there. He does a lot of stuff So check him out. Again, it's Joe Serio, and he is with the 360 Degree Dispatcher. And it's going to be a good time. I've been there. This is going to be my third time now that I've been there. And I do the closing. I do Imagine Listening there. And a lot of good stuff that goes on. It is really, really cool. So if you ever get a chance, please make sure to check it out. And sign up goes pretty fast, though. So as soon as you hear that there's one that is going on, you'll need to get on there because people end up getting their seats really fast. So hold on a minute here. So glad I finally made it here. I love your podcast. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You made my day. Thank you so much. That is awesome. And James says, hell yeah, bro. Yes. The ranch. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to be doing that tomorrow. And who knows, maybe I'll go live again at butt crack ass in the morning from the airport. Because again, I need to be up super early and I'm going to be over there like just half dead trying to get through. And TSA is going to be like, hey, wake your ass up. I'm going to say, you wake me up. No. I take that back. I'm just joking. No, I would never say that. No. I would joke with them. Yeah, I would joke, but not like that, because that's all I need is to play around talking back and then like get a they're like, hey, you're on the list now. You're not going anywhere. That would be horrible. Holy shit. And over here on TikTok, we just hit 1,000 likes. Thank you so very much. That is awesome. Yeah. I appreciate it. That is excellent. Thank you. So that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow. And it is going to be a lot of fun. So before I get to talking about the book and stuff, I want to throw something here on the screen. And for all of you over here, oh, wait, James says, all right, we have a special search to wake you up. Dude, see, that's why I'm saying that I wouldn't joke around with TSA, because that shit might happen. That could happen. Their special search in trying to wake me up, that would not be good. Does your tattoo on your forearm say I am 911? Yes, it does. Right there. Boom. Yes, it does. Thank you. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be on that side of TSA. A lot of them have been very cool, and I've joked with a lot of them. However, there have been a couple times, and you can feel that vibe, right? You can feel a vibe from people. It doesn't matter who it is. You can feel a vibe when someone just is not having it, right? I remember a couple times walking up, I'm like, hey, how's it going? And they're just, can I get your license and scan your ticket or your QR code? I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Sure. And then I go through, I'm like, have a good day. They're like, yeah. Okay. My bad. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. My bad. So again, yes, I would be all about joking around, but yeah, maybe not fully. So I'm going to put this on the screen because this was something that I wanted to talk about. We kind of talked about it last time when we did open mic, but we're going to talk about it a little more. And over here, the Wi-Fi now on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Oh, okay, there it goes. It started getting a little janky, so I apologize. Again, I'm here in a hotel, and the Wi-Fi isn't the greatest, so I'm trying. So for those over here on TikTok, I'm just going to tell you what the meme is that's on the screen over here for those on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And it's Grogu or Baby Yoda. That's usually how people know the character is Baby Yoda. And he's just kind of peeking around. It looks like a basket, a wicker basket. And it says, me investigating where that strange noise came from after I've watched about 24 hours of murder documentaries. Okay. So last week, we talked about how this job in 911 has kind of changed us in a way, right? And I was looking for more of the funny kind. Like there were a lot of serious ones, and they're valid, right? They're valid. Shit happens. It changes us in many different ways. But for this, let me give you a scenario. And again, I kind of talked about this a little bit, but I want to share this again for those who might not have been here for the conversation. So there are a lot of times where I will be, oh, wait, Yolanda says, yes, it really does. Yeah, no, it does. The job does change us in many, many ways, right? Being in 911, whichever discipline of 911 you're in, it changes you, right? In many different ways, like I said. So this specifically here, I will be watching documentaries, whether it's like docuseries, like the Dateline or something, or other things, and then I'm trying to go to sleep. And what happens? Or not just while I'm getting ready to go to sleep, but I'm sitting there on the couch and I'm thinking, am I going to be able to go to sleep right away? Probably not. So then I either watch like an episode of Family Guy or just anything funny, right? Anything funny to get whatever it was that I was watching out of my head enough so that I can just go ahead and crash out. But here's the thing. I will get ready to go to sleep, and I'll hear a noise. And I will be that character that's on the meme right there, looking around. Like, I will go and investigate. I will go and investigate because I have to know. I have to know that whatever sound I heard, I can either recreate it or somehow justify what I just heard. I don't know. I don't know. Over here on TikTok, do you do this at all? Have any of you done this over here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter? Do you do that at all? Am I the only one? I hope not. I hope I'm not the only one, because it happens, right? But I guess I would probably be that character on a horror movie that you're watching, that you're saying, dude, why? Why are you going to investigate that noise? You know you're about to get destroyed. You know that something's going to take you out. Why are you going to go investigate that? But that's me. I end up hearing it. Even if I'm like halfway up the stairs and I hear something, I'll stop. Like, shit. What was that? Now I got to go look. Because I've got my family there and stuff. I got my kids. And if I need to go look, I got to protect them, right? See, Deborah over here says, I make sure to take my Pio with me. Yolanda says, yep. No, you're not. I do it all the time. All right, good. So there's people over here that do it as well. What about over here on TikTok? Do you guys do this at all? I'm telling you, the shit happens. It happens. So I will go downstairs and I'll stand there for a moment. And there have been a couple times where I'm standing there looking into the abyss of the kitchen and the dining room that there are no lights on. And I've heard something else, even more loud. And then I'm just standing there like, damn it. What? There was one time where it freaked me out enough that I kind of jumped. And I stood there for a moment. I'm like, if it's time, then I'm going to go out fighting. Like, I'm going to take out whatever is over there. And I start walking towards the kitchen. And I turn on the light. And I'm like, Like I'm expecting something to jump out, right? Like somehow some trash panda got into my house and is going to jump out at me, like The Great Outdoors, if you've ever seen that movie. Or a bat, because it was a bat that was jumping out. The trash pandas were in the trash. But what it ended up being, so I'm sure if you have kids, they draw a lot, right? And they bring you the drawing. They're like, oh, look, I drew this for you. And you're like, oh, go put it on the fridge. You're like, okay, cool. That's what it was. What I heard falling was drawings that my youngest daughter had put there, and they just fell. They were falling off because there was too many for one magnet to hold. And when I was standing there, I heard one fall and it hit the floor. But man, it sounded like something else. But then again, when you're in that heightened state, probably something that simple sounds like something else anyway, right? Because it's in your head. So you're making it worse than what it actually is. Kind of like in dispatch, right? When we're in dispatch and we're taking these phone calls, it could be something that's not really that bad that's going on, but in your head, because we can't see it, you're creating something that's way worse than what it is. I know I have taken calls many times where the officers end up getting out there and it turns out that it was not what I was picturing, because we just go off of what we're hearing, right? And we just start typing because we're just listening. And it turns out to be something else. That's why, right? That's why a lot of times you'll get an open line and people think that there's a fight going on between a male and a female, but the officer gets there and they were just being rough with each other. Let's get it on. I've heard many times people telling stories like that during open mic at conferences where they're like, it sounded like things were going nuts. Like things were going nuts. I'm sorry. Things were going crazy is what I was going to say. That things were going crazy. And officers get out there and it turns out, especially if it's an open line, that's straight up priority one, right? An open line 911 call. And you hear a bunch of stuff going on in the background. You're like just typing in unknown situation, getting officers out there, right? Unknown situation. I hear this and this and this going on. Sounds like, unknown domestic that's going on or something. And it turns out that they're just having fun. But it was an open line and you don't know. So you're just typing and you go with it like that. And the comments over here on StreamYard, we got someone saying nothing like a kid's toy going off just by walking next to it. Yeah, dude. There was one time years ago. Now this, like I said earlier, my son Logan is 19 years old. But when he was about 3 years old, living at this apartment, his mom and I heard his little Elmo cell phone go off. Nobody around it. It's in the evening. I don't remember what we were watching. We were probably watching like Dateline or something. We were watching some documentaries, a docuseries. And this toy goes off by itself. Again, nobody around it. Logan was asleep. Here's the other thing. That toy, no batteries. It did not have batteries, but it went off. And we kept it though. And I'm saying this before this incident happened. it kind of messed up. And even like with batteries, it wasn't working that well. So we just took the batteries out. We took the batteries out because we thought, well, if it's not really working or anything, what's the point in having the batteries in it? We'll just put the batteries in something else. And that bitch went off. That toy went off. And all you could hear is Elmo talking and laughing. And we're just sitting there freaked out. Like, did that really happen? Did that really happen just now? Because I'm pretty sure that toy doesn't work. Anybody ever have that happen? Can you imagine sitting in dispatch, nothing is going on, and then that happens? And I mean, not the toy, but like something else, right? Something else like that happens, dude. That would freak me out. But I've heard a lot of stories from people at dispatch centers where that center is haunted and stuff is going on around there. If any of you have stories like that too, oh, dude, hook me up. I would love to know about those. So as I continue with that, okay, let me tell you another story. It was kind of freaky. Oh, wait, hold on. Yolanda over here says ours is haunted. Dude, okay, type in the comments. Tell me some of the stuff. How is it haunted? How is your dispatch center haunted? I want to know. And over here on TikTok, if any of you work in a dispatch center that is haunted, or if you're in another discipline of public safety and your building is haunted, hook me up because I want to know. So as I'm waiting for this to come up over here in the comments, I want to tell you the story really quick. So this was, I don't know, years ago now as well, about 5 or 6 years ago, when I was working for InDigital still. I was in Illinois, okay? And I've told the story before a while back, but I want to share it again because it goes along with how has the job changed you. And also hearing noises, investigating. I do it. I investigate that noise, man. I do it. Yes. So here we go. I end up going to the IPSTA conference. Okay. It's in Illinois. And, oh, hold on. Yolanda over here says, we have had 3 people die in our building. We have had the printer drawers open on their own. We had a fan get unplugged one night. Yes. That is pretty awesome. And what did you do? What did you do, Yolanda? Did that freak you out? Because, I mean, that would freak me out too. But of course, I mean, I would probably laugh first. You talk to them. Wait. Okay, now this is getting even more interesting. You talk to them? Like, do they respond? And what I mean by that is, let's just say, for example, the drawer opens and you said, can you shut that, please? Did it shut? Like, was there ever a scenario like that? Oh, this is good. This is I like this. So I end up driving from where I live. Oh, wait, Yolanda says it does freak me out. They don't respond. We do say hello and welcome them. That's good. That's good, because if you're in a dispatch center that's haunted, I would want them to feel welcomed as well, because I wouldn't want them to fuck with me. I mean, like, we're cool. Like, I'm here for you. You're here for me. I don't want to end up in a fucking TV and like Poltergeist and shit. I don't know. No. Oh my God. Can you imagine though? Oh, Yolanda says that's how I see it too. Good. We're on the same page. Can you imagine though, if you heard something or not just, okay, hear me out. Your place is haunted, right? Your dispatch center is haunted. What if you're giving traffic over the radio, right? And one of the officers calls up and says, who else do you have up there? And you're saying, it's just us, whoever is in there, it's so-and-so and I, we're the ones that are in here. Why? We all heard another voice in the background over the radio. And then you play it back and you hear the voice as well. Dude, that would be some shit. I'd be out. I'd be like, later, I am donezo. And then I would come back in because I need a job. Because you can't just leave, right? You can't. Yolanda says, I might have to go home after that. Yeah, see, we're on the same page over here on TikTok. I'm guessing you would be the same way. So I drive from Indiana, okay, to, I don't remember what side of Illinois, but it's like a 4.5 hour drive, just straight. And so I had worked part of the day and then I drove to this conference because we needed to set up and everything for the booth. I had a booth there for the podcast too, but I was also going to be giving some demos for Texty, their Text for 911 platform. And excuse me. So I had all this stuff set up, or that I needed to set up. But I get to the hotel and as soon as I got there, I had to quick do a county wash, which if you don't know what a county wash is, it's wash what counts and get the fuck out. That's what I had to do. I had to do a county wash and get dressed and do a quick trimming of the beard and go, because it was 2 hotels and then the hotel where the conference was. So I was 2 away. Okay. Short walk. It's just a couple minutes to walk over there. So here's the crazy shit that happens. Okay. And I already have kind of goosebumps talking about it. And I'm in a hotel right now. So we'll see what happens. So I'm in the bathroom and I'm trimming, right? I'm trimming my beard. Got the big mirror, right there. To the right of me, because the bathroom was like, when you walk into the room, you open the door and immediately on the right is the bathroom. And on the left, immediately when you walk in, on the left is your closet. And it's got mirrors on it. So I'm standing there trimming. And I see something run by me. Like peripheral vision. I see, and also, like I said, the closet doors that are right there, they're mirrored. So I can see the reflection. It looked like a little kid ran by. And, oh man. Jeez. I remember feeling like I was terrified. It was like that instantly I was terrified. And I'm just standing there and the razor is like zzz, and I'm like, turn it off. And I'm just standing there just, did I really just see that? Did I really just see that? So I went to investigate. I walk out of the bathroom, turn to the right, and walk to where the beds are. Because it was like a 2 queen size bedroom type. And the first bed, I shit you not, the first bed where the nightstand is, the drawer is all the way open. All the way. And I, for the life of me, could not remember if I had opened that or if it was already open when I got there. So I stood there, freaked out, because I know what I saw. I know what I saw. That feeling, the feeling too, that feeling was gross. So I went back to the bathroom and I finished what I was doing and got ready to go to the conference because that evening they were going to have their industry partner ceremony. So a lot of conferences, like the Sunday before everything starts, they'll have a party in the vendor hall with industry partners. And, you walk around, there's foods, drinks, all that good stuff. That's what I needed to go do. But this is what I did before I left. I went back when I went out after I was done and everything. I went out and I'm looking at the drawer and I walk up to it and like the Bible's just sitting in there. And I was like, okay. Because, in every hotel, there's a Bible there, right? So I shut the drawer. And I thought, when I come back, if that drawer is open, I am not staying in this hotel. Like, there is no way that I'm going to stay in this room. Now, here's the crazy thing is like, I love the horror genre. I kind of like being scared in a way, but dude, like that, oh man, that was a lot. So I shut the drawer and I left and I went to the conference and I was there with my coworkers and they're like, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Why?" And they said, this feels like there's something wrong." So of course I had to tell them the story and they're like, "Hell no, we're all in that hotel." It's like, "Yeah, dude, we're all in that hotel. And I'm telling you right now, if I go back to my room and that drawer is open, I'm out. I will sleep in my fucking car." I was ready to sleep in my car, man, because nope. I go back and the drawer was still closed. Whew. It was still closed. Thank the Lord. It was still closed. But that's why I'm saying, like, working in 911, there's a lot of things that change, that change you from the job. And that's one of those things is like a noise, you end up going to investigate it, or you're, suspicious of like everything. and that's the way I am sometimes with certain things, but especially after watching like true crime documentaries and everything. Yeah, I love them. But right before I crash out, no, I need to be able to watch or do something else before I crash so that I can crash. Because otherwise I won't be able to. Let's see. Yolanda says, I do not like being scared. I don't do horror movies, haunted houses, none of that, but I have to work. So I choose to believe that they're here to have fun. There you go. Yes. No, I got you. I hear you for sure. Yasmin over here says, I got that after so many years in 911. That's what I figured. That's what you meant. In 911, I feel like I see things out of the corner of my eye sometimes. Dude, I am right there with you. Over here on TikTok. Does any of that happen to you? Yeah, I'm right there with you. Now, I'll tell you one more story before I sign off. So, there was one time. This was just a few years ago. I was crashed out. Excuse me. And I felt something grab my foot. It was the middle of the night. I felt something grab my foot. And it wasn't just like, I mean, I'm like straight up grabbed so that you can see in the camera here and over here in the camera, like this is my foot, right? It felt like someone like grabbed really fast, like grab and let go. And I opened my eyes really fast and I just laid there for a moment. And I thought, did I really feel that? Did that really happen? Because I thought maybe I was dreaming, right? Because a lot of times dreams feel super real. And I don't know about any of you, but a lot of times I remember my entire dream, or at least a good chunk of it. So I'm laying there and I wasn't sure if I was dreaming or not. And as I'm laying there and awake, I feel it again. And I'm like, oh, okay, it was real. That was real. That was super real. Now, here's the thing. My youngest daughter would sometimes come into the room. Like, would wake up and like she's like right in my face going, "Hi, Dad. Good morning." And I'm like, ah! Like, if you have kids, you know what I'm talking about. Because that happens. You'll wake up and the kid's face will be right in your face. And we're like, go to your room. Like, I'm trying to sleep. You just scared the shit out of me. Oh, wait, over here on TikTok, Lab says, I went with a group and spent a night in the old haunted Ohio Reformatory. It says that was crazy. Dude. Oh my God. That sounds awesome. I would do that as well. Never experienced anything in dispatch center though. Oh, that's good then. Let's see. Yasmin over here says, hell no. Once when my husband got deployed out for ERT after a hurricane, I thought he was getting into bed in the middle of the night, in parentheses. He was on night shift and I was on day shift. And I felt the covers get tight around me as if someone was getting in. Oh. We were staying at my in-laws at the time and my door was locked and they think I'm still crazy. Oh shit. So here's the thing. I thought that it was possibly my youngest daughter who was there. So I sit up to look in front of the bed because my kids, they'll play around sometimes and, they'll hide by the bed and they'll jump up and yeah, or whatever. That's what I expected. I expected to see my youngest there and was going to jump up. And when I looked over, nothing. There was nothing there. And I'm just sitting there. Okay. How the hell am I going to go back to sleep now? So I ended up basically curling up into like fetal position. I'm 5'11", okay? I'm 5'11", so you can imagine me in bed, scrunched up so that nothing else touches my feet. It was hilarious, but it was also needed. Okay. I needed to do it. I needed to do it so that I could fall asleep because that freaked me out. And a lot of you over here on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, that I grew up in a house that was haunted. All of you over here on TikTok, I'm sure you've never heard these stories, but I'll share them with you sometime. Yeah, my house was haunted that I grew up in because it was an old funeral home. An old funeral home. Yeah, I shit you not. But this was just a few years ago that this happened. And it tripped me out. It hasn't happened since. I'm gonna knock on wood so that I don't want to have that happen again. But that was some creepy shit. It was creepy, but that's kind of how the job has changed a little bit, changed me a little bit. And with that said, we're on the hour. Thank you, all of you, for joining me for Open Mic Live on a Sunday. Usually doesn't happen on a Sunday. It has been on Saturdays, but I switched it to today because yesterday was my son's birthday. So we had a lot of fun yesterday. There was a lot of good stuff that was going on. And I was going to go live again today at 9, but I need to crash out here in a little bit because I have to be up at like 2 a.m. so that I can fly out to Texas for the stuff that I have to do this coming week. There's going to be a bunch of dispatchers out there, and we're going to be teaching them a lot of different things. And of course, I'll be closing out with Imagine Listening. If you've never been in an Imagine Listening session, I recommend it. Please do so. It'll be awesome. So, also, I'm going to be headed to Texas again. In a couple weeks, I will be in Galveston for that conference out there. I'll be doing a keynote. I'll be doing Imagine Listening, and I'll be doing the podcast as well. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So thank you all very, very much for joining me for Open Mic Live tonight. Yo, did I miss it again? Yes, I'm about to close out, man. Damn it. I ended up going live because live early because I have to be up super early in the morning to fly out to Bandera, Texas is where I'm going. I know, every time. So this live broadcast has been sponsored by InDigital, a leader Next Gen Core Services, and a big shout out, as always, to patrons of the podcast, as well as those who subscribe on Facebook. Thank you so much. I wouldn't be able to do what I do if it wasn't for all of you, so thank you very much. Those of you that are watching over here, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, if you haven't done so already, make sure to follow, like, and subscribe on YouTube. And then all of you over here on TikTok, if you haven't done so already, please make sure to follow as well. Thank you so very much. I was talking and saying all this other stuff. I forgot the sequence. If you have any comments or questions, you can email us, and that's going to be wttpodcast@gmail.com. Once again, that is wttpodcast@gmail.com, or link is in the bio over here for TikTok. And then over here on the screen, it's links with 2 I's, links.co/WTT podcast. And that'll take you to everything that I'm a part of and where you can find me, follow me, subscribe, all that good stuff. Again, this live broadcast sponsored by InDigital, and you can follow us on Twitter @91podcast. You look us on Facebook, facebook.com/Within the Trenches podcast. This can be seen on Facebook, YouTube, as well as Twitter, and as well over here on TikTok. And for the flagship show, you can listen 24/7 on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, your favorite podcasting app, and withinthetrenches.net. Have a good one, everyone, and we will see you